Previously on Flip Addict.
I'm headed to a blind estate auction.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the auction is just about to start.
What happens is you bid on the house and the contents.
Sold, young lady, $217,000.
$217,000 is a little more than I wanted to spend.
Wow, the heck?
Who lives like this?
This wall's got to go.
Oh, you got electrical issues. Yeah, homeowner special.
That's not been tube. Oh my God, it's really coming down. This is insane.
It's amazing.
Hey. The bathroom. It's a little tight, as you can see. I'm having such a bad day.
I am tapped out financially. I have Jose coming tomorrow. I need that money to finish this properly.
It's like Russian roulette. Probably a bad analogy.
Yeah. When you ask someone for money, you gotta knock their socks off. Look, Jose, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm asking you for money. I've got 10 grand left and it's not enough. I've only got 10 left. I've already spent 33 on the main floor. That's why I've asked you to come in with $10,000 to $15,000 more, because then I think we can do the bathroom the way it needs to be. I think that we could really clean this up.
I can't do 10, but I could do 7.
7? Yeah.
Under one condition. We have to get this property listed in a week to 8 days tops.
8 days?
I like to do this in 8 days because I think if we get into market and out of market, we'd be the first ones versus having to compete with everybody else selling their properties. 8 days, we're in and we're out, we turn a profit. I think it's a good time.
8 days. You know what? I think we should do it. I think it's a deal.
We have a deal?
Yes, absolutely. Awesome.
Okay.
8 days. I mean, I get where he's coming from, and I totally agree. It's just that if it were me, I would take however much time I needed to make it perfect. But now that I've got somebody to answer to, it's a different story. So I've got the main floor totally done. And now I need to tackle the second floor. So I've got Dempsey with me today because I'm trying to save costs. We're gonna demo the bathroom. So I've got $17,000, and I know I need to deal with the front yard as well. I just don't know how much I'm gonna have left. It's a really important day. We need to get that floor open so that we can see what we're looking at, because this definitely needs some TLC.
In order to make this work for potential buyers, I'm gonna change the entire layout. I'm gonna add a shower and install a floating vanity and new toilet where the tub used to be. The new bathroom will feel bigger.
We gotta get all the fixtures out except for the toilet, and we've gotta break up this floor. I love working with you. I do. There, you got it. Anytime I can spend with my kids, I love it. Woo! Ew! Ew!
Did it drip? What? What are you looking at? I can't see it.
It's just, it's a good thing you can't see it. It's not alive.
Oh my God.
It's not alive. It's just a greasy.
Hey, Jesus, don't say it's not alive. I thought it was something dead.
We have to cut the drain for the tub.
Okay, so I'll do it.
This is a really awkward layout. I want to move the shower so that it's like width-wise in the room, but to do that I have to move the toilet, and to move the toilet, the joists need to be running in the right direction. I think we're good, actually. I think we're good. This is a good sign. Hold on. Oh my God, I think I got lucky.
What's a joist? Like a piece of wood?
These 2x10s. See, they're 2x10s? They hold the house up.
Okay.
But if they're running this way, I can't cut through them for a toilet drain.
That way. Is it
See?
running this way?
Yeah, if they were running this
yeah.
way, I couldn't cut through.
Well, I see what you're saying, yeah.
The toilet.
I get
So
what
this
you're
is a
saying.
really
Okay,
good thing.
sweet.
Yay. Okay. Woo. Ultimately, this means I get to do the layout that I want, It's gonna be a better bathroom, better house, more money. So what is so funny? It's true. You know what this is gonna pay for?
What?
Your
My motorcycle?
Your education. Hello. I'm gonna rent a jackhammer and get this stuff out because this is a joke.
The jackhammer? I get to do that?
Not. Absolutely not.
That
No
would
way.
be the best decision that
No.
you make on this site.
Dempsey, no.
Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, so I got started on the demo, and I discovered that the joists are going this way. Check it out.
In my experience, you can move a toilet within the joist space with very little to no issue.
I don't know. I don't know how they got the toilet where it is. This joist should run right through. You know that crack?
Well, it's because the subfloor had a seam.
Right.
So that we can fix.
Yeah, so this whole floor has to come off whatever we do.
Yeah, I know that.
So we take it up, we see what we got.
So Rudy claims that just because the joists are running this way, it doesn't actually mean I can move the toilet there because he thinks there's something funky happening with the drain.
Look at that. One nail, one screw. Look, they even cut the joist right through.
What?
I want to see.
Why would they do that? That's absurd. This is a classic case of like handyman special. So the previous renovator cut through the joist in order to run the plumbing. But I mean, they've severed the entire thing.
It comes down to just not knowing. People not realizing that those joists are structural.
And when you cut them, it compromises the integrity of the house, especially when you're adding all the heavy materials for a new shower.
It's a joke.
Look, they even cut the joist right through.
What?
I want to see.
Why would they do that? That's absurd. The previous renovator cut through the joist in order to run the plumbing. But I mean, they've severed the entire thing. That's what happens when you start to open stuff up. You open a can of worms.
This is such a mess that we've got to completely clean it up. So we've got to reinforce the structural, and now we have to run all new vents, all new plumbing. It might be a matter of $500, it might be a matter of $1,000, but the thing is, like, it's so tight right now that takes away from my finishes. And those finishes are the things that you see when you walk in a space.
Sorry about that, Rudy. So Rudy was in over the weekend and he has corrected the issues with the joist. So the extra structural work cost me $800, but what can I say? Now we know it's solid. So he's removed all of the plumbing, the old plumbing, and he's run all the new drains. So that's all roughed in now. And I am adding a layer of 5/8 plywood. So now we've got this great solid subfloor and we are officially closing up this can of worms. Next, I'm gonna be framing out for the shower, creating the new curb, and then waterproofing.
I was really torn about changing this layout because even though it opens the bathroom up and it's a lot less awkward, it's always a risk to remove a bathtub, especially when there's only one bathroom in the house.
I also know that a large glass shower is a huge selling feature. It feels more luxurious and more functional.
I definitely made the right choice. I like this. This place is awesome. It is so much less awkward than it was when I first bought this house. I'm actually okay for budget. I was hoping to get out of this room for $13,000, and even though I had some extra costs like fixing the joist, moving the plumbing to create this new layout, this premium waterproofing product, and I spent a little bit of extra money for carpentry to create a pocket door here with the old slab. But that's awesome because this is such a compact space and little details like this, they make the space so much more functional.
I'm feeling pretty good about the budget with this bathroom. Like, I'm coming in where I wanted to come in, but I just wish I had more of a cushion.
My saving grace is that I've been able to offset all of these costs by finding such a fantastic deal on these tiles. I spent less than $200 on the tiles for this room. And these ones, they look like concrete, which I love, and they have a corresponding mosaic for the shower floor, which is easier to create the slope, which is awesome. And then I'm gonna do just a very simple white, and so the look is gonna be very sort of Scandinavian, very simple. Little details
that I think are gonna sell the place. Like I've got barn board for a shelf here. And remember the lath and plaster from the kitchen? I think I'm actually gonna put it on the wall, sand it, and stain it. It's just gonna add some texture and character in here. I removed a small rad from this bathroom, and instead of replacing it, I've decided to do a heated floor. So this is amazing because it just snaps. It just snaps in here. I'm leaving 2 inches between the wire and any walls and 4 inches apart. But the great thing about this is that I can customize it as I go. So I can work around the toilet, around the vanity, because all bathrooms are always different. You know, a heated floor is kind of a luxury, and it's not the typical thing you'd do with a flip, but I really think that when people walk in here and they feel that the floor is heated, it just gives that sense that somebody's taking care of this house, and it just feels right. How do you stand these bubbles on your knees?
What's wrong?
What? Doesn't it
You
hurt
need
your
knee
knees?
pads?
Yeah.
Well, look, you don't have any pants
Well,
left.
that's because I'm always doing this. I'm laying the tiles in a classic brick pattern because I find that that is less trendy than some of the other patterns, and it also serves to make the space feel bigger. And with this room, I mean, it's so tiny that every little bit helps.
I gotta keep reminding you paid a little bit, like $15,000 too much for this.
I've got to. No, I didn't. You know how? No, I didn't. You know how fast houses are flying off the market on this street?
Are they?
Yes.
I keep locking my truck up every day.
Because you are a negative thinker. I'm confident I'm gonna make money.
And I hope you do.
So this is my last frontier, curb appeal. The front of this house looks tired. I need the front of this house to look like someone has taken care of it.
Otherwise, it'll scare off potential buyers.
I am gonna break up this concrete path and get rid of it, and I just wanna add a path over here from the driveway. And then I'd love to extend these stairs so it's just like so much bigger, much more inviting. But I've gotta be really careful because I've got $4,000 left. I had $43,000 in total to renovate this place. Honestly, in landscaping, $4,000 is nothing.
To add curb appeal, I need to clean everything up. I want to paint the brick out and add siding in the same color so the house looks bigger. I will extend the stairs so the porch is more inviting. I'll remove the concrete path and add flagstone and some gorgeous plants.
That thing gives me a headache just looking at it. I just hope this concrete is not sidewalk grade. I hope it's like two inches, because it can be a process to get rid of.
So here it is. Looks like 3 inches.
Oh my God, it's really thick. Ah! Now we're at that stage where it looks worse than when we began. And that's the stage where you start to hyperventilate and go, oh, what was I thinking? I want to put it back together again. But I know it's gonna get better. I want to save this boxwood because it's a really nice hedge. It just needs a little bit of pruning, and then I love boxwood. So I'm trying to pull the bush out and the stair falls off. Oops.
It's rotten.
Oh my gosh. This does not bode well for the rest of the porch, and I cannot afford to mess with that. All I want to do is sand it, paint it, and walk away. I want to replace these stairs. I want to make them nice and long. I want to extend it the whole width of this thing. And while you're at it, can you just like secure something? Like, look at this. It's crap. Don't keep playing with it, Rudy. We have to sand this and
is rotted.
stop it.
It's rotted. Look at this. Look, no tools.
Can't we just secure
Look,
it?
no tools. You have to do this. This is rotted. There's nothing left to this. Look. What do you want to do? You can't leave this.
How much is it gonna cost?
$1,200?
What?
It's cheap.
Rudy, I don't have $1,200.
This is rotted. There's nothing left to this. Look. What do you want to do? You can't leave this.
All the porch boards are rotted. How much is it gonna cost?
$1,200?
What?
It's cheap.
They're not strong. They bow every time you step on them. I gotta replace them. Got me a deal on the demo. So we are rebuilding the porch floor today. We lucked out because this the actual frame is fine. It's not rotted. So all we have to do is replace the top boards. I'm actually kind of glad. I mean, yes, it's expensive, $1,200, but look at this nice wood. It's so clean. It's pressure treated. I love it.
$1,200 it's a big chunk, and I'm gonna have to cut back on some other stuff, but I'm just gonna make it work because this is really important.
All the cats in the neighborhood are using this house as a litter box. It smells under here, too.
Well, buy some cheap perfume and dump it when you're selling the place.
No, let's rake this all out. This is gross.
Oh, that is ripe. Oh. I think I'm gonna go for coffee. You carry on.
Yeah, this is your $1,200 charge.
No.
Get rid of the poo.
That wasn't included in the...
This house is like one giant litter box.
So these are coated nails that we're using, so they're not gonna rust. So you always wanna make sure the hardware you're using is either galvanized or weather resistant in some way. And these boards are pressure treated, so they're already coated. But I still wanna do a stain, I think.
Yeah?
Well, we'll see.
I was frustrated by this little snag at first, but now I'm excited by it because this is why I love renovating. I love peeling back all the layers, cleaning everything up, getting rid of the crap, and starting fresh.
So here's our new porch. It's looking really good, and I'm actually feeling really good about it. And we've sealed it off, so no more neighborhood cats can use this as a litter box. And I have to wait until I've finished the landscaping and I've put the stone underneath here so that I can build the stairs, because they've got to rest on something solid. So I have to determine that first. But after that, we're almost there. I am on my way to meet with a landscaper who has advertised on a swap site online that he's getting rid of extra flagstone. He's got about 150 square feet of it, which is perfect. And he literally just needs someone to come take it off his hands. Hey, Kevin?
Hey there.
Hey, Danielle.
Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you. So what, you got some extra stone?
Yeah, it's all in back, and the sooner we can get that off site, the better.
Yeah? Okay.
Sometimes if people have extra material, it's more of a hassle for them to take it back, and people don't want the stuff on their property.
It's pretty nice.
I was actually expecting that really thin stuff, but this is nice, thick stone. It's perfect.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna go for it. This is great. I love flagstone.
I'm saving at least $500, which is amazing because that porch cost me an extra $1,200 that I wasn't expecting.
One man's trash is my lucky day, is what it is. So I've got 2 days and then we launch. So I am trying to do as much as possible. I am leveling this today. And I'm gonna try to start laying the flagstone path. I don't know how much, I don't have a lot of it, so I'm just kind of gonna stick to the most important part and let it taper off. And I've got a painter coming later today, and I hope the weather holds out because we got a lot to do in 2 days. Holy, look at this. It's an enormous root. I can't believe it. I took a big hit to the budget with having to redo this porch, and so I need to really scale back with this landscaping. So I'm doing whatever I can myself. Oh my gosh. I hope this is not a metaphor for what I'm about to do with this house. Fall right on my... So I'm just gonna be putting screening down in this area, and I'm pretty much gonna set the level. That's what the flagstone is gonna rest on, and then the stairs are actually gonna rest on the flagstone. Ah! It's really coming down. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna put this project aside for now. Shoot! I have 2 days, and then I put this house on the market. Like, we are launching on the weekend. This is brutal. I'm gonna head inside and do what I can in there. Oh my gosh. This is the lath that I salvaged from that kitchen wall. And my idea was like to try to clean it up. So see, I sanded this part and it cleaned right up, and you still see the saw marks, like the rough saw marks. And I just think that's really cool. Just adds some character. My idea, I'm just gonna test it out, is to layer it all on here. in these random lengths, but I don't even know. Actually, it looks pretty darn cool. This is super easy to install, thank goodness. I'm just going to lay the pieces on the wall, pin them in place with a nailer. Sometimes when you just look at one piece, it looks kind of weird, but you have to understand that that entire wall, it's gonna read differently when it's in that kind of a scale. And I think this is gonna look great. Ooh. I am so glad I decided to do this. This is not a typical thing to do, but it's what I do. And if I can bring a signature to a space, it may increase the value. And besides that, I just like it. So I'm just treating this wood with a little bit of tung oil just so that it's water resistant. It doesn't need to be, you know, coated with a clear coat or anything. It's not going to be in contact with water. But it is a moist bathroom. What do you think? I don't know. I kind of like that whitewashed, pickled look. It's kind of going orange. So now I've stained the shelf the same color as the vanity, which is kind of like a driftwoody. I just want to be sure that it doesn't clash. I don't know if I like it with the stain of the shelf. Once again, I am 50-50 about this. I'm gonna see how it dries, and I may be painting this out first thing in the morning. So this is it. This is my last day. I'm gonna deal with the garden. It's actually gonna be a really elegant garden. I'm going with these broadleaf evergreens. These are rhododendrons. They look beautiful all year round. We get a lot of sun in the front, so the lavender is gonna be great. Love the smell of lavender. But you know what? A garden's an investment. It's not, I'm not gonna cheap out and do something gross. This is something that will have to develop over time. It's a little sparse. $500 doesn't get you much at the garden center. I mean, it's looking a lot better, but oh my gosh. You know, they say that you've got like 7 seconds to impress upon people whether or not they like you when you meet them. Well, with a house, it's even less than that. When you drive by, if that curb appeal isn't happening, they're gonna formulate that opinion immediately. I need this garden to look good. I'm gonna go steal plants from my own garden. This is bordering on the absurd. Oh my gosh, they're all dead. They're all dead. I can't steal them. I don't know what happened. Oh my gosh, they're all dead. They're all dead. I can't steal them. I have to cut my losses at some point. This is pathetic. These plants look pathetic. They're half dead underneath. It's not working.
Danielle?
Hiya.
What are you doing?
I was gonna steal some plants because the garden's looking a little sparse over there, but they're dead.
These ones are alive.
I bet it. Do you have any money left on your credit card? Because mine's backed out.
That's not the way to make a budget work, by stealing from me.
Lucky Greg is so tolerant. You know, he's used to this. He's used to my shenanigans. You know what I really need?
What?
Japanese maple. I'm gonna just buy one. Big old Japanese maple. Plunk it in the center. Put some black mulch down. Fantastic.
All right.
Can you loan me a few $100s?
You really want a wallet?
No, just a credit card.
For real?
I thought you were against this.
Against what?
Me spending any more money.
Well, I mean, I would not like you to lose money on the house. Like, I mean, I think a little Japanese maple against a disastrous curb appeal.
Going over a budget can be a slippery slope, you know? Like, once you kind of open the floodgates, it's like fair game. So it's, you give yourself that hard cap and you creep over the first time, and then it's like, oh, well, you know, what's another $200? But we're at the end. So I feel confident that I can't do any more damage. I need this tree. Oh, thank God. Siding guys are here. They move fast, actually. These feel so sad. My sad little plants. I don't know if these are gonna even make the cut. I'm gonna do cedar mulch And I'm gonna spring for that tree, that big, beautiful Japanese maple right in the center, a shot of red. That'll take your eye away. People have to realize, you know, a garden is not like instant. My garden looked like this 3 years ago. So Jose is on his way, and I'm really excited. I am happy to put this house on the market. I'm so glad we finished on time. And I've done actually a few extra things that he told me not to do. He told me not to bother with the siding and not to bother with the path. I just feel like it was necessary, you know? It really increases the curb appeal. So we're gonna see what he says. And we'll also see what he thinks it's worth. I hope it's at least $330. So we'll see. We shall see. Hey.
This is a huge change, Danielle.
You like it?
Yes, I do.
I'm really happy with how it turned out, actually. It's so much cleaner. I mean, you'd mentioned to clean up the garden and stuff because it was just that big sort of heap right here. I removed the concrete path that was here, which was a really big pain, but it allowed me to have this path, which makes kind of more sense because you're gonna park here and the overflow is gonna happen here.
It makes a lot more sense rather than having to walk around the garden.
Yes.
Low maintenance, you hit the nail on the head. It's almost hard to imagine what it was before.
And these are low maintenance. Like once they get established, they're actually great perennials. They're gonna come back every year. And I really think that a gardener will appreciate that.
And the homeowner too. I think the homeowners would really love the fact that it opens it right up to the deck. Like you come right in, you walk up, it's easier, getting your groceries go right into your house.
Yeah, so much more inviting. And I know that you said not to do the siding, but I really felt that just design-wise, now that it's all the same color, it really actually feels bigger. Right? Before it was like, that was all roof, so it just looked like this really squat house.
Without even knowing how you did it, it makes a lot more sense. I can't even imagine you have not doing the whole thing. It ties in all together. The painted brick, it looks so fresh and brand new. It looks bigger, it looks great. The deck here, you stained it black. I love how the stairs extend.
Oh, well, that actually, I ended up having to replace all of the boards because there were those few loose boards, but it was all rotted. So that was actually a big expense. So.
Much needed, though. It adds safety. It makes a lot more sense that you did the work.
Too. It does look fresher, right? It was pretty tired.
So, Danielle, I got to ask you, because you only had $17,000 to do the bathroom and all of this work out here, and it looks like you spent a fortune out here.
That's actually, I'm gonna take that as a compliment, because it was $13,000 for the bathroom, and that left me with $4,000 out here, and I did spend the bulk of it on the siding, the painting, the porch, and the plants. I actually got this for free, the flagstone.
Flagstone, I love flagstone.
So I picked it up at a construction site and I laid it myself. I did all of the landscaping myself just to keep costs down.
Oh, good old rolling of the sleeves.
It is amazing how much you can save.
Good for you.
It's true.
I'll tell you what, it paid off. You hit the nail on the head. People come to the open house, first impression, they're gonna be wowed right off the bat. I can't wait to see what you do with the bathroom.
Oh yeah, come on in. It's really cute.
This is a good start. He told me not to change a lot of things that I did end up changing, so I'm glad he likes it. Next stop is the bathroom, and this one to me is kind of tricky because it was a gamble taking out that tub.
All right, so here it is.
Oh, Danielle, this looks really cool. You did a great job in here.
Thank you. I really like how it turned out. I was debating about moving that tub. Remember the tub was here?
I do.
It was so awkward.
It was tricky. I know you were having some doubts about it, but I think it really paid off.
Changing this layout allowed me to have a little bit of counter space for that vanity and some cabinets, so there's a bit of storage, because it was only that pedestal before. And if I was to keep that layout, we could not use anything but a tiny pedestal. So. Not huge, but it's something.
It's a difference maker. Any little bit helps, absolutely.
I might be isolating some buyers, but I can't please everybody, right? And I feel like a big, luxurious shower is gonna be a better sell. I've actually used really premium products in here as well. So I've got heated floor, because there was a rad here and that was awkward, so I've tried to save space there. So I'm really hoping that those little details are gonna make a difference. Because all told, there was a lot of labor involved, and it cost $13,000 for this bathroom. So I'm hoping I see that back.
I think you're gonna see not only a return on your investment, but I think the time in which this place will sell, I think it's gonna be expedited, just because, again, people are gonna walk in and feel like they can just move right in.
I really hope so.
And what did you do with the rooms?
Well, not much. They were actually in really good shape. Let me give you a little tour.
I'm so glad that he likes the new layout of the bathroom and that he's okay with getting rid of the tub, because that was the one decision that I was so torn about.
So in here, it was just about a fresh coat of paint. And I've staged it as a guest bedroom. And I would love to have changed the floors, but I did not have the budget.
The floors are fine. I think we talked about that initially. That
Yeah.
It's sort of a toss-up, but I think the floors are great. You don't have to do anything to the floors, and the room looks really cute.
I mean, I could have staged it as an office. I was thinking about that, but I thought it was important to at least show that it could be a second bedroom.
Yeah, it's too bad it doesn't have an actual closet, but I could see this being a second bedroom.
Jose's concern is that there's not a lot of storage in the guest bedroom, but I've tried to add storage everywhere possible, like in the hallway and by building in a storage unit in the master.
It's not the biggest master in the world, but it's a master. I think it sells me as a master for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's city living, right? It is what it is, and I've just tried to make the most of what I've got.
I think you did a great job overall. I think you hit the nail on the head on those key points.
Cool.
Let's go downstairs, maybe go outside for a minute and talk about strategies for tomorrow's open house.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It's finally here.
This is where I'm gonna have to rely on Jose's experience, because this is what he does. He knows the market intimately right now.
Okay, first things first, what do you think it's worth?
I think between $330 and $355 is what I think we'll get for it. You've put in $267. After your carrying costs, taxes, my small investment and my small fee, I think on a low end, $30,000, on a very solid return, $50,000 is what you're gonna get.
I went into this hoping I would clear 30. Like, if I clear 30, I'm happy.
I think you're gonna be very happy with your return. The only thing we need to discuss now is the strategy and our list price.
I've heard that if you hold, like, we show it for a week, hold off on offers, and then it generates multiple bids.
However, you could generate multiple bids by listing maybe slightly lower than what the going rate is in the area. So you may not like exactly the number I'm thinking, but I think it'll generate the same result, only doing it tomorrow in our open house.
What is this number I'm not gonna like?
I think $315,000. We put it on the market, you have the open house, we get a lot of people through the door, and once everybody knows there's interest, we'll hit the number.
Oh, Jose, I don't know, because I'm just afraid, like, I mean, in my heart, I think I know it's worth more than that, but if I ask $315 and then nobody bites, then I'm afraid somebody's gonna offer $310, like, the next day or something.
The market's hot, we're going into spring, people are looking to buy homes. I've seen this happen before. You go to market, a lot of people come in, the offers will be there. You have to trust me on this.
It's just that if I don't make $315, I don't make any money. You know, I thought it was hard enough renovating this place. This is nerve-wracking. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. So what is this number I'm not gonna like?
I think $315,000. We put it on the market, you have the open house, we get a lot of people through the door, and once everybody knows there's interest, we'll hit the number.
Oh, Jose, I don't know.
You have to trust me on this. Ultimately, it's your decision. The market will dictate the price and the buyers.
I really don't know what to do. I mean, there was a house up the street that went for $380. Granted, it was a little bit bigger than this one. But I'm just afraid if nobody offers tomorrow, then, like, I actually stand to lose money.
It just sounds too risky. $315 is lower than I think it's worth. Open house and bidding on the same day. Like, what if nobody makes an offer?
Again, it's your decision. I'm asking you to trust me in this. I think you're gonna get it.
Okay, let's do it. One day, one day, I want to sell this house. I'm done.
You're gonna sell this house.
On to the next one. Okay.
This is really hard for me. I have trust issues. I like to control all these things myself. I don't know.
So how does it work then? Will they know, like it's from 11 to 3 tomorrow, will they make offers immediately?
Right away. They'll submit the offers. I'll notify of multiple offers, and everybody will have to submit their highest and best.
And they have till what, like 5 o'clock or something?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We're gonna sell this house.
I'm ready. Okay.
This is insane. So it's open house tomorrow from 11 till 3. They have till 5 o'clock to bring their best and highest offer. And I will know if this house is sold by tomorrow at 5. Today's the day. This is the open house. Jose wanted it on a weekend, so we've scheduled it for 11 till 3. And I don't know, it's been like such a crazy month. All that work, and it all comes down to this moment. I need to get as many bodies as possible through this door. The more people I can get to see what I've done to this place, the greater chance I have of selling it.
Here we are. I love the garden.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Come on in.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Open house.
Danielle.
Nice to meet you, Andrea.
I like the open concept.
Yeah, it's nice. Hello.
Hi.
Oh,
Not a double sink, but it's
No, that's. Yeah, I don't know.
darker walls or
pretty
something.
much.
With you in here.
How are you?
Hey, very good. Hi.
I'm Danielle.
Oh, I love the flooring. The floor is gorgeous.
We're definitely looking for a house.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely something open concept and something big.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you? I like the bricks.
Yeah, the stone is nice.
There just isn't a lot of space.
No.
It's the right size and it's perfect layouts.
Hey, how's it going?
Nice little entrance.
It is
foyer,
nice to have
vestibule,
that.
yeah.
It's very rare.
Yeah, it's a good size for that.
Do like the crib
There's
maybe
no
on.
closet.
I love the stove.
Yeah, that is a great stove.
Oh, yeah. Gas all the way.
This second wave of potential home buyers is exactly my target demographic. Like young couple. It's exactly who I designed for.
It's a beautiful home.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think the only thing that might not work for us in that house is the fact that there isn't a bathtub in the washroom.
Yeah.
One thing I don't like, closet. Is there a closet?
No storage. Our overall impression of the house, it's a little small for what we want. There's one bathroom in the whole place, and she is pretty high maintenance, so I don't know where I'm gonna go.
It's a nice size. It's cozy. It is really cozy. I don't know where I'd put a TV in here, though.
Well, thanks so much, Danielle. You know, I'm not a big fan of the front walkway. In the winter, it might be a bit of a hassle, but otherwise, it was a cute little house. We're gonna talk about it a little bit, but we might put an offer in on this one.
I know you.
All three of us. That's all three of us go in. Oh my
I
gosh.
can fit in here.
I took a gamble. I took a risk with taking that bathtub out. But what can I do? I can't please everybody.
It's a little tight for the master, but it's workable. Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It's a really cute house. They've done a lot with the space they have. They did a good job with the space, and the kitchen was fantastic.
Whoa, I love the kitchen. Whoa, look at the stove. It's high tech.
The kitchen is a big hit. Sebastian, look at the kitchen. What do you think?
Cool. Where's the
We
freezer?
could
There's
cook
no
lots of
freezer.
meals in here, right?
I think one of the drawbacks may be the bathroom not having a bathtub and having a son and not being able to bathe him every day.
Yeah.
Definitely was a setback, but definitely seems like a house that you could have a lot of fun and entertain in with friends.
Yeah.
Well, I think that went well. It was a really good turnout, and some people loved it, and there were others that did not. But what can you say? You can't please everybody. So now it's just a waiting game. Jose is at the office, and we're accepting offers in a couple of hours. So I'm just gonna cross my fingers. Hello.
Hey, Danielle, it's Jose.
How are you? Hello.
Hey, Danielle, it's Jose.
How are you?
I'm great. I have great news. I'm on my way. I have 3 offers.
That's amazing. Have you seen them?
I have. Let's discuss them when I get there in person.
Okay, but why wouldn't he tell me over the phone?
Logically, I know that it's worth at least $330, but like your mind always goes to the worst possible scenario, which is nobody's gonna make an offer. Oh my God, and then I'm gonna be stuck with this house and I'm gonna lose money.
All right.
You must have had a great open house, Danielle, because we got 3 offers in here.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So this offer is $365,000. They do have a pretty heavy contingency. Their condition is that they have to put their house on the market and have it sold before they can close on this. Do we want to wait on them to sell their house? This is a bit risky, so let's maybe put this one aside.
I can't even hear what he's saying. Like, all I'm thinking is at $365, I'm making over $70,000.
This offer gets better. It's $350,000. They will want you to hold a second mortgage. So they come in, they agree to pay a purchase price of $350,000. They finance $330,000, and then you're financing the balance, the extra $20,000. Which means, on a positive side, if they were ever to default on their mortgage, then you would take possession of the property. On the negative side, you're still tied into this property. You're not taking out all of your equity and moving on to the next deal. And our third and final offer is $340,000, all cash. They want a 5-day inspection period, and they can close anytime after that 5 days. This is really
condition-free?
Condition-free. They're gonna do an inspection in 5 days, and they can close at any point after the inspection.
I'm not worried about an inspection at all.
This is, in my opinion, the best offer. It's your decision in the end, but I'm recommending strongly that we go with this offer.
$340, no conditions. It's pretty good.
But 25 grand, how do I pass that up?
Again, it's tricky. You put too much up to chance. So many things could go wrong with this offer.
If I want to do another flip, I can't afford to have my money tied up in this house. I think I know what I'm gonna do.
What am I clearing with this one? Like $50,000.
What do you think?
God. Oh my God!
You did it?
Yes! Yes, where do I sign?
Okay.
This feels good. I'm shaking though, like, I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. I started this process just over a month ago, and it's been amazing. It's been hard, it's been stressful. I had to put up with Rudy, but in the long run, I am just so happy. I would do another one in a heartbeat. I'm already thinking of the next one in my head. I've been accused of not being the shrewdest business person because I sometimes let my emotions get involved. But I truly believe that life is not black and white, and it's not just the money. It's like I've created this space for somebody else to start their life, and I just feel really good about that. I took a lot of risks with this project. I spent more than I wanted to buying the house. I spent more than I wanted to renovating the house. But those things were so important to me. And you know what? At the end of the day, yes, it was a risk, but it was all so worth it.
Can I get you a glass of wine?
Yes, please. I thought you'd never ask.
I've already got my eye on this one down the street. It's a little bigger, $500,000. But it's really charming.
Cheers. Today we celebrate.
Thank you.